This actually remembers me that of an initiative that I heard about and found really interesting, where they talk about replacing the concept of a nation state. And you already said like differences between US, China, different parts of the world, that a nation state is not really bound to its physical territory, that you could build nation state based on people's values, based on their, let's say their political direction, or based on them being able to secure their assets, having a common code of law, a common system of, let's say, insurance and tax collection in between each other. Do you think that these kind of things, like also talking about mobility, we're talking about automatic transactions, everyone has their own tokens, micropayments. Do you think that people will accept those radical changes, or will they, based on just how humans behave, sort of stick to the old system where they have these traditional hierarchies, these traditional pyramid systems, and will they be able to do so for long? Because at the end of the day, we do believe technology will take over at some point. But do you think that people's minds remains a concern, and they need some time to adopt all of this?
So at two levels. First of all, I think very important to understand, for example, if I like it or not, Apple is not my favorite company. But when Apple says, please accept, it doesn't even say please, accept new user conditions, I am a citizen of Apple. And the user conditions is the legal framework, the legal system of Apple, if I like it or not. So Google is a political state. It today hides behind it shareholder value, but in actual fact, I, as a user of Google services, I'm a citizen of Google. So they should be made accountable to also fulfill our interests. And when they do a survey, they should please publish it. And if in the survey everyone says, please also start to offer school books, then they have a mandate to start to publish school books free of charge. So that's point one. The second thing is the following. Did we ever have a vote on smartphones?
Yeah.
I mean, like today at dinner, my wife said, I'm really bad at these, kind of when I use these different apps, but she's using it.
Mm-hmm.
So the same thing is with modern technology and these new services. If they add a lot of value, people will start to use it, no doubt. Like smartphones today, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's 50% of the world population has a smartphone.
Yeah.
So this will just come. It's just a matter of added quality and service. And with the kind of political and economic upheaval, which is most likely to come, that will actually propel the change.
Yeah, I think that the vision of not restricting ourselves to traditional country borders, but to think of ourselves as kind of world citizens that have preferences and interests, or kind of memberships in different groups, would definitely go a long way to bind us closer, and maybe even give us some of those technologies that you hinted at, maybe an Alexandrian library that is really free, all textbooks, any access to knowledge is completely free to anyone, irrespective of what phone they use.
Yes, and I mean, just we have to understand, environment is a global problem. It doesn't end at the borders of a country. And as long as we drive environmental initiatives from territorial countries, it will remain adversarial. Because it's easy for me to tell over there, please do something. I'll always bias the thing. But if I'm active on a global scale, there is no doubt.
Yeah, I think the idea, especially with people criticizing, certain countries that they're not taking care of their rainforests, hasn't really struck a chord until, I think, especially the COVID pandemic, that showed that even health is not an issue that you can tackle on a national or regional level, but it's really a global issue, right? I mean, you can have perfect conditions, but if your neighboring country has an outbreak, then your you are also at the mercy of them. So it really takes more cooperation, especially such issues.
I agree.